How can we use arrays for implementing a queue? So in this lecture, we are going to study the array representation of a queue. Here I have declared an array of 6 elements and of type int. That means I am going to store integers in this queue, and the maximum size of this queue is 6. I cannot store more than 6 elements, as array results only in a static memory allocation. We need two pointers. One is the front pointer, which will be pointing to the front of the queue, and one would be pointing to the rear of the queue. Since currently our queue is empty, both are initialized to -1. So front and the rear variables both are -1. Suppose if we do an enqueue operation, enqueue means putting elements in a queue or adding elements in a queue, and we want to push in a integer 12 in this queue. So when currently this queue is empty, and when we put 12 in this queue, this will be our active queue, and this is the first element. So it is pointing, the front is also pointing to A0, and since this is the last element also, so rear is also pointing to this particular element. So in this case, when there is only one element, front and queue both are having a value 0. So front is also 0 and the rear is also 0. Now if we perform an enqueue operation again and add 8. So when 8 is added, 8 has to be added only in the next available space, and it can be added only at the rear end. So for enqueuing operation, the rear will have to be incremented. So rear will have to be incremented to point to the next available space, and 8 will be added over there. So we have added one more element. Front will not be changed because no element has left the queue. Only elements can be added from the rear end. So rear has been incremented to point to the next available space, and 8 has been enqueued in the queue. There is another operation for enqueue of integer 7. Again, the next available space is A2. So again rear will be incremented and 7 would be added to that particular position. So rear is currently being incremented each time an enqueue operation happens. Rear is being incremented. Front is still pointing to the front element and it is still the same. Now there is another operation, enqueue2. So again this is the next available space. So rear will be incremented again and 2 will be added. So rear is now pointing to A3, which is containing the last element in the queue. Now there is a dequeue operation. Dequeue means remove an element from the queue, and we know that queue always follows the FIFO principle. That means first in, first out. So whatever element was there at the front of the queue, that element has to be removed, or it will no longer be part of the queue, and front will point to the next element. So currently we know that front was here. Now front will point to the next element, which is 8, and 12 will no longer be part of the queue. So 12 is the element integer that will be removed from the queue. So we see over here front is now pointing to the next element in the queue. So even though that this value might exist in that particular memory location, but this is garbage. It is no longer part of the active queue. Only this part is the active queue currently. So this is how enqueue and dequeue operations take place. If we have to check for an empty queue, we know that the queue is empty if front is equal to -1 and rear is equal to -1. So if this is the condition, we will return true. Initially, when we are declaring an array and initializing the values, we always initialize it to -1 to indicate that this is an empty queue. As and when enqueue and dequeue operations happen, these values will change. The front values and the rear values will change. So if we have to check whether the queue is empty or not, we can create a function like this, is empty, and if front and rear both are 1, we will return true. If any of these variables is not -1, we will return false, and that will indicate that there is at least one element in that queue.